Did you know that the Crazy Frog music videos tell a story? Once a silly internet video, to an award-winning music career, to a world full of deep lore with bizarre stories you can't even comprehend. Come along with me as I talk about Crazy Frog and the even crazier story that follows. Hello. I'm currently stuck in this claw machine. I saw this Crazy Frog plush, and I just ate my last little bit of change, so I had to get it the old-fashioned way. Don't ask how I got in here, but please tell me how to get out. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. This is Crazy Frog. Or the annoying thing. Wait, what's that? Oh. That is what I think it is. That's not an outie belly button. Ugh. I think it's best that from here on out, I will not be discussing Crazy Frog's penis. Oh, come on. Oh, hang on, I'm reading my script here. Apparently, it's crucial to the story that I talk about Crazy Frog's you-know-whats later in the video. Stay tuned for that, I guess. For some background, Crazy Frog, originally called The Annoying Thing, was first featured in a very short video clip back in 2003. Here he imitates a motorcycle and drives away. This would go on to spawn an extremely popular ringtone. After this, Crazy Frog would cover Axel F., a video that currently has 4.3 billion views on YouTube. Billion with a B. Axel F is where our story begins. Well, actually it's not. The Flash music video is chronologically where the story starts. We're somewhere, but I don't know where. The only notable background are these cube things. Other than that, there's nothing here. So we'll call this Cube World. In this minute and 15-second long music video, Crazy Frog rubs his hands together and creates static. A storm cloud electrocutes him and he becomes covered in ash. So now you're probably asking yourself, what's the significance of this? Well, I was asking myself that too, and I still don't really know. This is the same location as the original Annoying Thing video. It is my belief that the Flash takes place before the original video. Why do I believe this? Well, I think the storm cloud gave him a complex skill set. This video is after all called The Flash, after the superhero. The Flash gained his superpowers following a lightning strike. What are Crazy Frog's superpowers? Well, there's a couple. His musical talent, he can survive explosions, and he can fly. Kinda. This also made him have some sort of hypnotic effect on people and robots. The next event in the Crazy Frog timeline is the original The Annoying Thing video. In this video, he learns about his helmet's ability to fly. It's debatable if it's him or the helmet, and I'll get more into that later. We learn in his video game Crazy Frog Racer 2, Crazy Frog's vehicle is listed as his helmet, so I would assume the helmet has flying capabilities. You did hear that correctly, Crazy Frog Racer 2, which also means there was a first one. Why does he have two games in the first place? I don't know, but that's for later. At the end of the video, Crazy Frog flies off screen, and seemingly out of the cube world. The next event is the Daddy DJ music video. It's also the exact same music video for Safety Dance. Apparently Crazy Frog is cheap and reuses his music videos. We don't learn much from this music video. We learn Crazy Frog's DJ set is underneath the stage that is used by the drones. Drones are these guys. They appear in just about every music video. They are constantly trying to capture, or kill, Crazy Frog. It's never too specific on which one. Here we meet the boss drone. He is the general of the drones, but he is not the true boss. No. This chain of command goes even further. For now, you don't need to know his boss. No story progress is made here, but I feel it's important to make a quick note of every music video. Next is Popcorn, the second music video released. We find out that these drones are building a mega robot underwater. These drones down here building it are slightly different from the regular drones. Crazy Frog Racer 2 gives us this distinction. These are called sub-drones, which are mostly identical to regular drones, but are slightly weathered and paint chipped. This is very slightly important to the timeline. We also meet the boss drone's boss. I will call him the boss. Despite being the head honcho of everything, he is never given a name, or a face, or a body, or a voice. He is in this black submarine here. After Crazy Frog invades, the boss activates the Mega Robot. This was quite the dumb decision. Mega Robot goes stomp stomp and kills the sub-drones along with the boss drone. Hope he didn't get too attached to his character. But in a shocking turn of events, Mega Robot also goes stomp stomp on the boss's submarine. Hope you didn't like him because he's dead too. Now, before we enter the next music video, something has happened behind the scenes. A new boss has been hired, who we will call the second boss. He is completely identical to the first one. I suppose there is a possibility that the first boss survived, but that's unlikely. The next video is Crazy Frog in the House, or the Cha-Cha Slide music video. Again, they reuse the entire video, verbatim. Now Crazy Frog has left his fictional world and entered ours. I don't know how, this could be a result of his superpowers. Either way, it's concerning. Crazy Frog uses his hypnosis powers and begins doing dance moves, and thus everyone copies him. Here he is dancing in front of some kids. Wait. Kids? Kids? Crazy Frog, no! The next video is everyone. Crazy Frog is back in his own world in his DJ room. However, the Mega Robot has entered Earth. Again, I don't know how they're doing this. The Mega Robot is running around destroying all these buildings. He destroys this radio tower that I'm only 85% sure didn't have Crazy Frog inside. He does actually take down the tower. Is it a win for the drones? Wait, what are you doing? Oh, okay, he's dead. Next is Jingle Bells. Oh ho ho ho, how jolly. Crazy Frog and this drone learn the true meaning of Christmas. Or something. I don't actually know the point of this one. I know it has to be after popcorn because this drone is actually a sub-drone. It's only here to segue us into the next one. Last Christmas. Crazy Frog stumbles into Santa's workshop. Or, I guess it doesn't have to be Santa's. Santa is here though, and he's captured. He signals to Crazy Frog to grab this key and unlock him. Let's think critically here. What good is this key going to do with no hole to put it in? If that isn't an innuendo, I don't know what is. Here we meet the second boss. He scans Crazy Frog and then puts him through an assembly line, making Crazy Frog plushies. Talk about subliminal marketing, huh? I wish they would show what the plushies actually looked like. Look at this monstrosity. Crazy Frog rips the door off Santa's cell, and then they fly away. You know, I guess there isn't a ton of story significance here. This next video I didn't know where to put, so I'm putting it here. It has no story significance, because the entire thing is Crazy Frog's dream. This video is We Are the Champions. Crazy Frog plays soccer, or football, with the drones. That's it. The next one is I Like to Move It. An unknown amount of time has passed, and now we are in a desert. There is a street sign that says Helsinki far away. That could literally be anywhere but Helsinki, and I guess neighboring cities or countries because that wouldn't be that far away. Anyway, Crazy Frog is being chased by this black van. Inside this black van is the second boss. It doesn't show it here, but I promise he is inside. This video retcons the knowledge about his helmet. He is flying here, but doesn't have his helmet. So perhaps Crazy Frog can actually fly. Perhaps flying actually is one of his superpowers. I don't honestly know, but either way, it's truly not important whether he can or not. After Crazy Frog escapes, the van barrel rolls, but we don't see what happens to the van. This leads us to Axel F, the music video you've seen at least 10 times. Here's the black van again, and see, this time the second boss is in it. A drone chases Crazy Frog through this bendy city, or it's just LA, I don't know. At the end, Crazy Frog rides on a torpedo and guides it into the black van, and then boom, the second boss is dead. Crazy Frog should be too, but remember, he does have superpowers, and he can survive this explosion. The next video is tricky. Crazy Frog's epic return after a 12-year hiatus. Now, an unknown amount of time has passed, but the third boss has founded a company, Space Y. We know this is a third one because this guy wears rings. For once, Crazy Frog isn't being chased, but instead is seeking out the danger. He invades Space Y. Crazy Frog finally uses his seldom used power of hypnotic mind control, and, well, he does this. I don't know how to formulate this into words, but basically, he mind controls the drones and makes them have a dance party? Apparently Crazy Frog can also teleport now. Here he is standing on flat ground, just regular old dirt. He gets toppled, and there he is now. Plot armor, I guess. He invades their rocket ship and is launched into space. The third boss ejects him, and Crazy Frog is doomed to float in the vacuum of infinite space. Next up is a ring ding ding ding. This video picks up right where we left off. The third boss is now on a space freighter that hits Crazy Frog. This huge spaceship has drones galore along with a ton of mega robots. The third boss does what bad guys do and unleashes every drone in his arsenal, along with every weapon. He deploys a new kind of drone. These guys got the Metal Mario power-up, even though they were already metal. Trust me, these guys are a force to be reckoned with. Oh, this is the only time we see them? Okay. They unleash absolute hell on Crazy Frog, trying to disintegrate him. Crazy Frog begins to fly through space. Side note, he's not wearing his typical helmet, so this being the second time this is happening, I guess this confirms Crazy Frog can fly? He flawlessly avoids every laser that is shot at him, which seems statistically impossible just based on the sheer magnitude of lasers. The third boss activates a tractor beam to pull Crazy Frog back in. However, the third boss is overloading the power core, which is a soccer ball, or a football for literally any non-American. This is a callback to the We Are the Champions video. I don't know why though. Good thing it serves zero purpose to the story. The power core overloads, killing everything on board, except for Crazy Frog, because he can survive explosions. But the third boss is dead, and you would assume his entire army of drones. Nah. Finally, funny song. Crazy Frog has been blasted through space and enters a wormhole? Sure, he ends up in Mars's atmosphere and nearly burns alive. Oh, now you want to catch and detain. Literally minutes ago, they were trying to turn him into dust. He gets his helmet somehow. Crazy Frog takes shrooms and trips absolute balls. Meanwhile, the drones, who I assume are bossless at the moment, have prepared an onslaught to capture and detain. Crazy Frog effortlessly destroys them all while smelling numbers and tasting sounds. And that's where our story has stopped for now. I'm sure we'll get another installment in the saga this December. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, well, all the music videos are done now, and the red bar is only about here. So what's left? We haven't even mentioned his games or albums. So what do they serve to the story? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The albums, which I listen to every single one of them by the way, and I feel not okay about that, gives no story. These aren't concept albums. Or are they? No, they're not. Stop doing that. For the games, there's two main ones, Crazy Frog Racer 1 and 2. They each have a large roster of characters, none of which, besides Crazy Frog and the drones, are in any other Crazy Frog media. There's Bobo, Ellie, Flash, Grim, Jack, Michael without an A, and the annoying drone. There's a whole secondary roster for the Game Boy edition of this game, but they literally don't matter. The games are just Mario Kart ripoffs and have no story significance. There was also a slew of Flash and Java games. Again, no purpose. Except for this one. Crazy Frog Mobile Pet. It's a super rudimentary game. Crazy Frog says he's sad, so you click the love button, blah blah. It's stupid. There is one action you can perform that is important to the story. Play. Watch what happens when you play with him. Okay, I lied. This doesn't serve a purpose. I just thought that was worth sharing. There is also an annual, I guess, and a ton of merch, mostly plushies and figures. But there's also Crazy Frog desk chairs, and who could forget the ever-iconic talking bottle opener? And so our story is done. There's many more questions being asked than answered. Why do the bosses and the drones want to capture Crazy Frog in the first place? Why does Crazy Frog's PP appear and reappear? What is Crazy Frog? The creator said himself that Crazy Frog is in fact not a frog. Why is the Axel F video still getting 6 million views every day? These questions will never be answered. At least I can finally be done scrolling through the comments of all these stupid music videos and exclusively seeing 2024 anyone? Anyone still listening to this masterpiece in 2024? Stop making these comments. They are stupid. Every single video has these comments. Go look at any music video and read the comments. No one cares. Oh, look at that. Crazy Frog is here. Well, I'm gonna use gloves to touch him. Come with me, Crazy Frog. We're going for a ride.
Ding 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 ding.